I enjoy driving up to Highway 9 also, or I mean, more specifically, Skyline Boulevard, because it's a way bigger version of Pierce 9, or not Pierce 9, sorry, Pierce Road, and there's, how do I put it? Um, there's a much more complicated racing line up to Skyline Boulevard if you were to start from downtown Saratoga. Um, but if you know how to deal with a lot of situations, then it's actually not that hard to figure out. So in the end, it might be complicated at first, but it's also pretty fun. And but going up there is a total. You can waste a ton of gas, but um, I mean it's just fun overall. Like I can't quite explain it in concrete details, but overall it's fun and it's um, basically, if Pierce Road is not enough for you, then you should try Highway 9 because it's got uh, a lot of turns. If you want to improve your driving technique, then you can do it there. I mean, you can do it on Pierce Road too, but it's not as fun as Highway 9. But the reason why I said that is because Highway 9 actually has a pretty deep incline for both going up and down. So I mean, if you go uphill at like around 40 to 50 miles per hour, it's already pretty hard. I mean, unless if you know what you're doing. And I know some people go up there at 60 miles per hour, which I think is insane. But I mean, they know what they're doing, and I've seen some cars go up there and they actually have like lowered suspension and all that stuff. They take those corners just fast, and I mean I can't do this car because like this car's all stock except the engine bay, which I have a aftermarket intake. But even then, with stock suspension, I can't take those turns as fast as them. So the most I could do is just 40 up there. But coming down is even more exciting because then it actually tests out your driving ability of going down, because I realized that going down you can easily hit 50 miles per hour no problem, and sometimes even 60, just depending on how fast you want to take it. And like I said again, it depends on your car's suspension and brakes. For my car, I think the fastest I've ever taken it downhill was 50, but the faster the speed you go at downhill, the more you have to brake, and the more pressure you'll place on your brakes. So I mean, I've done it with stock brakes before, straight from the factory, and there's some turns on the downhill where I just completely try to get as close to the edge as I can, because I mean that's all about what the apex is. But there have been so many times where I almost feel like the car's gonna flip over because of the gravitational force shifting. But in the end, I just hear my tires screeching, which compared to feeling as if you're gonna flip over, is not bad at all. I mean, I would consider it pretty good, but overall, I enjoy driving up the Skyline more than I enjoy driving up Pierce Road, and both roads can basically be a challenge to you, and each time I drive up there, I always discover something new about that road, and you can always improve your driving technique up there. Like, the more you know the road, the more you know like when to brake, when to heel toe downshift to get the correct power band, but then also when the exact moment from the turn that you have to accelerate out from. So if it's for any of you guys, street racers out there, or just regular drivers who just like to have some fun sometimes, but not that much fun, then yeah, Pierce Road and Highway 9 are the way to go. I wanted to self-teach the different downshifting techniques because, first of all, if I ever go to any circuit tracks in the future, like Laguna Seca or Infineon Raceway, then the different downshifting techniques will come in handy a lot, especially when you're going from a high speed and going into a turn, and you have to basically slam on the brakes, slow down, but then also keep your car in the correct power band so that way you can accelerate much faster out of the turn. Second reason is because my car currently needs a transmission rebuild, and also the fact that I don't know how long it's been since the clutch has been replaced, and also the synchronizer. So what I try to do right now is I'm trying to get the best that I can out of my car, or the most fun I can get out of my car, but then also on the other side try to save wear on both the clutch and the synchronizer, because I don't know, this is a second-hand car. I don't know what the previous owner, like how well they took care of the car, and if they put it through any torture or any means of not driving it the way how it's supposed to be driven carefully. So by learning double clutching and by learning heel to toe, I can and in the future double clutch heel to toe, I can save up on the wear of my clutch and also the synchronizer. That being said, I used to do single clutching, but then after I found out that doing double clutch downshifting can help with saving wear on the clutch and the synchronizer, I've been doing double clutching, and ever since I did the gas pedal mod, not for wide open throttle, but for learning how to heel to toe, I did the gas pedal mod, and I just started learning heel to toe because I realized that I don't have to stop that early to downshift. Well, I don't have to stop that early and then do a double clutch downshift and then release the brakes again, but then also step on the brakes again and then double clutch down again and then finally go into the turn. Instead, what I can do is just basically heel to toe, and I'd be going down 2 gears in less than 3 seconds and basically go through with the turn. I use both double clutch and heel to toe because first of all, double clutch can save on the wear of your clutch and the wear of your synchronizer. Now I know if people watch this documentary, then they would probably say, well, there's no need for you to double clutch because right now in newer stick shift cars, the synchronizers have been improved. But the problem with me is this car is a 2000 model, and I don't know what the previous owner did to it, or if they kept it in good maintenance or not. So I don't actually know how good the clutch and the synchronizer is. So so to basically assure myself, I just always use double clutch now because double clutching saves the wear on your clutch and your synchronizer. If I were to explain just clutching in and then downshifting and double clutching, the main difference is basically just single clutching. You basically just clutching in, downshifting, and then let go of the clutch slowly, and then wait until the engine speed matches up with the RPMs, and then let go of the clutch completely. But that as soon as you step in on the clutch while the car's in gear, the clutch is barely, but it still is wearing out your clutch. So what double clutch does is you basically clutch in, put the car out of gear into neutral, you rev the engine just a bit, probably around 1000 RPMs or so, or depending on which gear you're in, and then right after you rev it, you clutch in again and then shift into lower gear. Now that won't put any wear on the clutch and the synchros because first of all, you're downshifting without you're downshifting when the car is not in gear, and that is what does not burn out the clutch. When you're in gear, when you're downshifting, that's what burns out the clutch. But if you're double clutching, then you're just downshifting without burning out, without using the clutch at all. Basically, you're only using the clutch to take the car out of gear, so you're not actually using it or causing wear to it when you're downshifting. And as for heel to toe, for right now I use just a single clutch and a heel to toe. But in the future I'm gonna learn how to double clutch heel to toe, which I believe is the hardest to learn because you're combining two techniques into one. But that saves wear on both the clutch and the synchronizer, but then also allows you to go into corners much faster still and brake much later, and also go into the turn and accelerate much faster than before. So that's basically what heel to toe does, is you can pretty much brake while going to the turn much later, and you can shift down a lot faster, but then keep your car in the same power, and like basically you can keep the car in power band even though you're downshifting, because when you downshift, the engine, like the RPMs go, like they raise higher. So even if you're downshifting in like 2 gears at once or one after another, you're still keeping the RPMs high, which means your engine is still in the power band. But then once you start accelerating out of the turn, your car will already have the power it has to accelerate out of the turn in the speed that you want to get out of, and then shift again. So that's why I believe now that heel to toe is so valuable, because if I ever go circuit racing, then I would already know how to do heel to toe, but then also do double clutching. So that would save me on time from learning how to do both the techniques. And in the future, I am planning on learning how to double clutch heel to toe, which I've only done twice, starting from Monday of this week. So it's been basically 5 days now, and I have to spend more time on it. But I think I'll be able to successfully learn it.